people's pants are on fire around you all the time, and you haven't even noticed. And those lies, they're costing you big time in time, money, and energy. So it's a good thing you came today, because all that loss stops now. You came here to be a superhero, and you're going to leave here with a superpower, being able to tell who's lying.
You lie every day. Every day you lie. And I can hear what you're saying. You're saying, Traci, I go to church. I am in the Rotary Club. I do not lie. Yes, you lie, okay? Now, here's the thing. Not all lies are important. Not all lies are material, but the tells are the same for the big ones as the little ones, okay? So some of the lies you may tell could look something like this, like, oh, you haven't changed a bit. This is me, I was 13, right? You wanna know when you can lie? When you're asked this question, does my butt look big in these pants? No, it doesn't, okay? Free pass.
The body can't lie. Words can lie, body can't lie. This is why the FBI, CIA, and police lean on body language very heavily to detect deception.
So watch the body first, take the words, always with a grain of salt, and you'll get a lot further in detecting the truth. My goal for you today is to take a big step in that direction so you walk out of here exponentially more persuasive than the way you walked in. Does that sound like a good deal? Got one question for you. What do Chris Christie, Lance Armstrong, and Vladimir Putin have in common? They have me in common. I've been asked to interpret their body language on NBC, CBS, and Fox to tell the world what they're not saying.
The parents' body language, body types, eye patterns, and words are all consistent, according to body language expert Traci Brown.
See how our eyebrows are up high?
So today, we watched both candidates' previous debates with body language expert Traci Brown, author of Persuasion Point.
You see that point there? That says aggression.
A body language expert tells us sweating can tell you what's going on behind the soundbite. The body cannot lie.
We watched the interview alongside Traci Brown, who actually raced with Armstrong on the USA Cycling program in the early 90s. Now Traci is a body language expert who specializes in being able to tell whether or not someone is lying.
Who's ready to play my not ready for primetime game show, Body Language Blitz? Y'all ready? Okay, good deal. So I'm gonna need 3 volunteers to come up here and demonstrate their knowledge of body language in front of everyone. I saw you in the red. Your hand was up first. Okay. One hit for me. Sass it up. Own it. There you go. Oh, look at that. Wow. No one's ever done that. Okay, so I got to try to match that. I don't know how. And see, she's got one foot behind the other, so I think I do not have the soul that Denise does. Well, for one, did you see how people look different when they're telling a lie? Like they do something significantly different than when they're telling the truth. Did y'all see that? Yeah. Does anybody want to share 4 fabulous prizes? Where are you from, Ron?
Cumming, Georgia.
Cumming, Georgia. Okay, and you picked out the lie?
I did.
What was the lie?
He said he had 3 kids and both of them went to college.
Oh. Who wants to know how to use some of the skills that you learned to talk your way out of a traffic ticket?
Today's your lucky day. I'm going to go ahead and let you out of this ticket, but don't you ever, ma'am, disobey the law in my jurisdiction, because I'm the best cop out there. It's where I would drop the mic, but I'm not going to.
Give him a big hand, give the officer. This is an in-car guide on how to talk your way out of a traffic ticket. It fits right up in your visor.
Hi everybody, Christopher Prenya here with Utegration, and we got Traci Brown, and you've got to come see her in action. You gotta hire her. She's gonna motivate, innovate, and get your folks up and just understanding who's really lying and who's really telling the truth. You're gonna love it.
So let me tell you a little bit about me first. I used to race bikes, that's me. And that's actually how I got into the study of body language. I was never the strongest one in the pack. So I started to be able to read my competition and pay more attention to them than I did the road. So I would look for these subtle signs, things like the drop of a shoulder, a little waggle of the hips, maybe a hitch in the pedal stroke. And so over time, I was able to correlate that with what was going to happen next, and I could outsmart my competition. And that's when I began to win.
You are going to feel stressed to lie at some point just because you're human. No matter how great you think your morals are, every now and then this situation is going to sneak in. And I'll tell you what happened to me. So my husband comes to me the other day, and he says, Tracy, we do not have enough storage at the house. I want to build us a shed. And I said, okay, that'd be great. And so you got to understand, he's a farm boy, he's an engineer. His idea of a shed is different than other people's idea of a shed. And so he builds us this magnificent barn in our backyard, which we knew was bigger than what the city would allow with their code without a permit, right? And so he said, you know what? It's going to be behind the garage. No one's going to care. Well, this was Sunday evening, okay? Monday morning, there's a knock at the door. I'm in my pajamas, 8 a.m., knock at the door. And I open the door, and there stands Stan, the friendly code enforcement guy from the city.
And Stan's standing there, and this is what he said. He goes, so, what do you got going on here? And I said, well, Stan, what do you think we got going on here? And then he says, well, I don't know. And now I get angry because he's trying to manipulate me, right? I am not dumb enough to self-incriminate, but there's a barn in my backyard. Like, I don't know what his intent is. Is he going to come around the corner with a wrecking ball? I don't know. And so I said, well, Stan, if you don't know, and I don't know, I guess we got nothing to talk about. All the while, I am embodying the mannerisms of a liar. Everything we've talked about, my eyes are shifting, I'm scratching, I'm fidgeting all over. And I'm telling Stan, I don't know what's going on. You can see this barn from space. It is so big. Now, the story ends with me agreeing to give Stan's card to someone who did know what was going on around there. And the story ends with us refusing to pay the $4,000 that the city wanted to keep our magnificent barn in place. So Matt took it down. He took it down, and he replaced it with this much less magnificent shed that is, it fits in the code just perfect. But we had more scraps left over, so he built us another shed. Because clearly in Boulder, it's better to have a shanty town than one magnificent barn. So just know that when you feel forced to lie, you're not going to be able to rub it out. Okay, it's going to happen really fast. And now that you know because you'll feel this stuff, and you're going to know what you're doing, and you're just going to cross your fingers that other person hadn't been through one of my classes. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much.